So we are here with Kojo, the great Kojo. You're at the end of the season, and these are some of the medals that you have won. How was the season for you?
The season was it was okay. I held up in a lot of my meets. It was a okay season.
Okay. Which one of the track meets did you think that you did the best in?
I think I think the star performance.
Okay. I see you have a lot of medals. What did you get these medals in? Which meets and what events?
I got I got I got almost all these medals from 100, 200 long jump and DTSP both park meet, the star performance, the T-bird flyers.
So what did you think was your best performance for the season?
I think it I think it was the like the DTSP. When I get 3 medals.
Okay. What are your plans for the next season?
My plans are to run 15-12 low.
In the 100?
Yes.
What about the 200 and the long jump?
I the 200 I say about 25 high and 6 meters.
Okay. Good luck. See you next season. So we're here with Aiden Stirrup. You had an okay season this year. What was it like for you?
I was a little nervous. Me heading into meets, I was a little down because my first year I come back in Earth after missing season before last. So I was a little nervous heading into meets, but on the last meet at the junior and senior nationals, I ran 11.5 personal best. So it kind of boosted my confidence, but I know I get back to the level where I started.
Excellent. And what do you plan to do for next season?
I plan to be qualified or A-qualify for the 2022 birthday games, and I plan to make the NACAC and 18 World Champions and World Juniors team.
Excellent. What was your best performance, do you think, for this track season?
At the junior and senior nationals, where I ran a personal best of 11.5 and 100 meters.
Okay. And do you have anything that you want to say to other persons who would like to do track this year?
Yeah, it's a process. You just can't rush. You have to be patient and have faith because you can't see major success so early in the season. So as time go on, you just have to have faith, maintain with trust in the coach and trust in the process, and everything will come together.
Okay. Do you have any goals in terms of times that you'd want to achieve for next season?
I plan to run 10.6 in the 100 meters and 21.5 in the 200 meters next season.
Let's go for it. We'll see you next season. All right, we're here with Cyan Colby. What are your events?
My events are the 400 and 200 meters.
Okay, what was your season like this year?
My season was a very good season. I was able to pull up with a big PR. I won 53.83 in the 400, and I won 23.70 in the 200.
Okay, so what do you plan to do for next season? What are the goals for next season?
My plan for next season is to make all the national teams and possibly break the record in the future, but that's it, for the 200 and the 400.
What do you think it will take for you to accomplish all of these goals?
I know it ain't gonna be easy, so I have to work hard in practice and all season. So I know we have to follow through and we have to learn to try to get the done.
Okay, excellent. We'll see you next season.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're here with Andrew Brown, and you had a massive season this year. Talk to us a little bit about your season.
My season was hard and good at the same time. I had to go through a lot of injuries and personal stuff, but I like to thank God and thank my coach and everybody that support me, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been where I am right now and get all the achievements that I got.
Excellent. So you had a massive season in terms of your PRs. What were your PRs this year?
My PRs were in the 400 was 50.74, and the 200 was 22.64, and the 100 was 11.61.
Being 14 years old and running so good, especially in the 400, how does that make you feel?
I feel good. When I first started track, I set all the goals that I wanted to do and say everything that I wanted to run, and I did that.
Excellent. What is it that you want to accomplish for next season?
For next season, in the 400, I want to run a 47 low and a 46 or 46 high. In the 200, I want to run 20.7.
Excellent.
and go to career stuff.
Excellent. And is there anything that you want to say to anybody who you think want to join track? What advice would you give to them?
A lot of people who join track, some of them don't know what they really want to do. They just come because they see other people do it and they see the achievements that other people got. When you first join track, I think you're supposed to write everything that you want to achieve in the next season or the season when you first join. And you get better like that.
Excellent. And any final words you want to say before we go?
I just like to thank everybody who supported me because that helped me a lot. Sometimes when I had my injuries, people was there for me and they was telling me just to keep my head up.
Excellent. See you next season.
Thank you.
Okay, we're here with Donovan Jackson, one of our new members who started this year with us. What was it like for you this season?
It was really good coming out here, training with everybody, getting everybody better. Working on myself, working on how my athleticism was last year because due to COVID, I get fat. I was out of shape bad. Come here, get everything back, ready to go. Try putting some work for next season.
And what are your goals for next season? What do you hope to achieve?
Next season, I will at least run 10-9 or lower. Try to make a team, go away, try to do my best, try to succeed for my family. Try putting everything for me to do track.
What has the work been like in terms of your training?
Training's been good. It's been hard. Track is not them easy sports where you can just come in and do it and you do good. You got to put in the work. It's been good all the way up. I say it's a success, but it's really hard if you ain't putting your whole soul and body into everything.
So we'll see you next season.
Yes, sir.
So we're here with Joel, one of our top 800-meter runners in the country. What was your season like this year?
My season was pretty good, I started off indoors like in January running like a 157. And when I was starting to transition outdoors, I ran a few 158s, but my best I did was in Texas. I ran 154. That was my PR. And when I came back over here, it was a little break before I get back to training, with my club. But I got close to my PR again, so it was fairly good.
Excellent. And what was the training like when you came back?
It was tough. It was tough. I ain't gonna lie. I had like about 2 weeks off, but I wasn't training like that, so it really was tough.
So what do you hope to accomplish from the track and field that you've been doing?
Well, I'm in college right now, so I want to get my degree, and I want to hopefully get closer to national record time, and just keep improving each season.
And what do you expect to accomplish next season?
Well, for sure, I know I feel like stronger than what I showed, and my PR was like 154. I know I could get closer to 150. So next season, that's what we're looking at.
Okay, so we're looking forward to seeing you in the future,
So,
and all the best.
all right.
So we're here with Nathan Burrows, and he has a very good story. He was one of the very good juniors, but then he fell off the radar, and he's now coming back. Tell us about your story, Nathan.
Yeah, so a few years back, I've got injured, and I was battling some injuries for about a couple of years now, and I decided to switch clubs to Quick Step. Started back in 2019. Was doing okay, but personal issues come up, so I stopped for almost a year and come back this year. Yeah.
This year, I think you did pretty well because you ran some very good times for the very first time. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so this is probably the fastest I ever run in a while when I was a little bit younger. Opened up with a 204, 205 in the 800, and end the season in about 159. So, yeah.
You've gotten a scholarship and you're going off in August. Talk to us about that and how does that feel? How do you feel about that?
I mean, for me personally, to be able to take a whole year off and to be able to come back and get any type of scholarship, half off or full partial, it's a blessing. Because ain't much people able to come back like that.
Where are you going in terms of college?
I'll stay with LV Green, it'll be Iowa, Southwestern Community College.
Okay. And what do you hope to accomplish when you get there?
Just becoming a better person, continue to progress, improving my times, and try to come back home and make up the national teams.
Based on your story, what advice would you give to athletes who have struggled with injuries and want to quit, but they know they have the ability to do well? What would you say to them?
Just never give up. Always think positive. Never let no one tell you you can't do it. You just gotta keep it a positive mind. Keep training, trust the process, and just believe in your coach and your trainer, and everything will come together.
Good. What times do you expect to do you hope to run next season?
Hopefully a 153, 152. That's what I'm looking for the 800.
Okay, so if you put in the work, you'll get there. Good luck, and good luck on your scholarship, and hope you do extremely well when you get there.
Thanks.
Okay, we're here with Clyde Richards, one of our newer members. Was a former soccer player, and he transitioned to running the 800, then to the 400. Tell us about your season.
My season was pretty good. I started with the 800, but during mid-season, I felt that the 800 wasn't for me, so I switched to the 4. And my progression became more and more. And I came from 57 to 52.57.
Okay. What was the workout like in terms of you getting to that new PR?
It was hard because I never did any workout like that before. And once my body got used to it, and I'm still getting used to it, so I thought that it was good.
What do you hope to achieve next season?
Next season, I would like to open the season with a 49 and drop as time go on. And I'd like to make some teams, correct the team.
Okay, excellent job. Do you have anything that you want to say to your friends who probably want to join track and field?
It's a process. You gotta trust the process. You can't rush. It'll come. It's not easy. It's very hard. But once you dedicate and strive to do better, you could accomplish everything you want to do.
Excellent. Hope to see you doing well next season.
Yes, sir.
So we are here with Jahil, who had an up and down season. Tell us about that.
Well, earlier this season, I accidentally broke my hand, and unfortunately, I was out for majority of the season. And I'll try to do better next season in performance-wise.
What events do you do?
I do the 1, the 2, and long jump.
And what do you hope to achieve next season?
Next season, for the 200, I would want to achieve 24 or 23, low 24 or high 23. And for the 100, I would achieve 11.6. And for the long jump, I would want to achieve 5.4.
Okay, we'll see what happens for next season. Okay, so we're here with John Mark. Tell us a little bit about your season.
My season was alright. In most races I PR'd, so I achieved my end goal for most of the season. So overall, my season was okay.
What events do you do?
400 hurdles, 400, 200. That's it.
What events do you? What times do you expect to run for next year in your events?
With 400, 51 is what I want to open with. 200, I want to open with a 23. 4 hurdles, less than a minute.
What is it like in terms of the training?
Training is hard. It's tiring. And it's just hard. Training is hard.
Okay, so we'll see you next season. So we are here with Delia, one of our newer members, who did pretty well this season. Tell us about your season.
My season was good, but it was a little hard. But I tend to work extra hard to get what I want to achieve.
Okay, so what are the events that you participated in?
The 1, the 2, and the long jump.
Overall this season, which meet do you think was your best meet?
I think the Star Trek was me
And why is that so?
because I ran my best.
And how do you plan to improve going next season?
To work harder, to come to practice more, and
Okay, so we look forward to seeing you next season. So we're here with Clay Tisha, one of our newer members, who is pretty new to track and field. Tell us about your experience.
My experience was, it wasn't hard, but it was just challenging because I never did track and field before, but I always wanted to do it. But as I continue to practice, I would get better eventually.
What are your events?
The 100 and 200.
And what do you hope to achieve come next season?
I went to last meet, I did 15 seconds in the 100, and next time I want to do 13 seconds.
And what do you plan to do in order to get down to that 13 seconds?
Dedication and effort in all my practices.
So we'll see you next season.
Yes, sir.
So we're here with Julianis, one of our newer members, new to track and field. Tell us about your season.
My season was good. It was a new experience for me, and I want to do better.
Okay. You run the 800. What was it like for you this season?
It was good, and
You could do better.
yes,
Definitely. You have a PR of what is it?
232.
232. What do you expect to do next year in terms of the PR?
225.
225 or better. Okay. You also do the long jump, which is pretty interesting. What was that like for you?
It was something new for me since it was my first time doing long jump.
Interestingly, you never finished outside of the top 3. Your PR is 416. How is that?
427.
427. Excellent.
And it was good. And I thank to my coaches for that.
Okay. Do you want to continue doing that for next season?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we'll see you next season. So we're here with Asia, one of our athletes who did pretty well this season. Tell us about your season.
My season was good, and I feel like I progressed a lot from my starting.
What events do you do?
The 100 meters, the 200 meters, and the 100 meter hurdles.
So you started out running 13 high in the 100 and you ended up running 12, 30, 33. How did that go for you?
I ain't lie, that was a lot of work. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I was putting in extra practice and all, and I was cutting off other things just to focus on that.
At the end of the season, you were the national champion in the 200 meters, running a PR of 25. How did you feel about that?
I feel so good. I was jumping up and down. I was jumping up and down after I saw my PR because I gone in with like 26 something, like 26:09. Yeah, and then I ran in 25:4.
Then you also won the hurdles in the under 20 section. How did you feel running with the Olympians in your race?
I was scared. I was scared, but they pushed me because my first time running hurdles, I ran high 17. And then just now, like, I ran 15, middle.
What are your plans for next year in your events?
Y'all learn this for me. My first meet, I gonna qualify. My first meet.
Good. So you expect to put in the work in order to qualify and all of that?
Yeah.
So we expect to see you at practice doing your best.
I guess.
Good. We'll see you there. We're here with Adonia, one of our newer athletes. Tell us about your season this year.
I started my season very, very, very slow, and I progressed up higher, and yeah, it was good.
The very first meet you ran 117 in the 400, but then you came back to end the season at 103. Tell us about that.
Well, it was hard because I thought I couldn't do it, but then practice, a lot of practice, and I made it.
Okay. What do you hope to achieve for next season?
I hope to put down my time in the 400 to 59 or 50.
What do you expect to do to achieve those times?
And come to practice and put in the work.
Is there anything that you want to say to your friends who would want to join track and field?
No, it's very hard. Don't come.
We'll see you next season.
Yep, see you next season.
Okay, so we're here with one of our newer athletes. Tell us your name and your events.
My name is Wilson Lewis. I ran the 100 meter of the 2 and the 100 meter hurdles.
So you are pretty new to track and field. What do you expect to accomplish from this?
I expect to accomplish greatness, I guess, and to get somewhere in life with it and to reach far.
What do you hope to do in terms of your training?
To work hard, improve better.
We'll see you next season. Okay, so we're here with one of our new athletes. Tell us your name and your events.
My name is Kendrick Davo, and I run the 100 and 200 meters.
What time did you run this year?
My time this year for the 200 meters was 25:3, and my time for the 100 meters was 12:3.
What times do you want to run for next year?
Next year I'm looking at a time of 10:9 for the 100 meters, and I'm looking at a time of 21 for the 200 meters.
Okay, what do you intend to do to get to those times?
What I'm looking forward to doing is continue pushing, continue striving, put my hard work and consistency in, and I'll make them times.
Okay, what advice would you give to somebody who wants to do track and field?
Keep pushing. If that's what you're looking forward to doing, continue pushing and working hard. Believe in your coaches and just put the time in.
We'll see you next season.
Sir.
Oh. Arms up, put force to the ground. Up, up. Forward. Force to the ground. To the hand pump. Hey, we stopped when we passed the coconut tree, not before. Arms up. Stay forward. Keep going. Toes up.